Welcome to episode 21 of our 12 Days of Christmas collection giveaway. I'm Mark Maya, and this is Board Game Coffee.
Get back here this instant!
Thank you. Oh, I love you too. I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, episode 21 means my birthday was yesterday. So here's the thing. I meant to, in episodes 19 and 20, record something that was birthday related because those videos come out on my birthday, which is December 17th, and I didn't do that. But since we're celebrating my birthday for an entire week, the question of today will be Mark's birthday related. Just so you know. Since I missed it on Jess, Brittany, my assistants of the day, remind me.
Flash forward to end of episode, we forget again.
100%.
Anyways, okay. So, if you're new, let me run you through the spiel. We are putting up 24 episodes across 12 days. In each of those episodes, we are giving you a tour of our entire collection. And during that time, we are giving away games to you to help you build a collection of your very own. We are giving away 50 games in total, over 50 games. And you can win multiple times. So enter in each of the 24 videos to be entered to win. The more videos you enter in, the better your chances of winning. Winners will be announced after December 20th on a live episode that will air right here in the Board Game Coffee studio. Before then, if you hear anybody trying to contact you that you're a winner, it is a lie. Do not believe the hype. Until that day, no winners will be announced. And you can confirm if you're a winner by going back to that video, because we'll have it all in the description below as well. In addition, we will be giving away some Board Game Coffee seals of approval to certain games. Actually, this episode, I believe, has some of the most Board Game Coffee seals of approved games of any of our videos. Like the Simon game might have had a bit, but that's because that video had like 30 games. Had a lot of games in there. But anyways, we're giving those out. So if you don't win, at least you'll know what games to buy to help build up your collection. And lastly, we have added a link in the description to our Sick Kids Hospital donation page, where we're asking if you can to donate to Sick Kids Hospital to just help the kids around the holidays. And there is no obligation. It does not have any impact whether you're going to win or lose. The contest has nothing to do with it. It's just an extra thing we're doing in the spirit of giving. All right, I think let's get to this collection. Let's do this. We're on the home stretch, Brittany. We're on the home stretch. Now that all comes together.
Oh.
So, this isn't a board game. This is actually an insert which just came in for Folded Space. Now, the thing is, we did a video, like an unboxing, and I built up the insert for Frosthaven, but not this one. I built up one from LaserOx. Because LaserOx sent us an insert, and I built that. We have a whole video. You can check it out on our channel. Built it, put it together, assembled it, put it in the Frosthaven box. It was gorgeous. And one of the things people kept bringing up was like, oh, Folded Space does one too. Folded Space does one too. So, and somebody said, well, if you have the insert, you should look at least this, which is the map archive. And where you can take the map pieces, and I think it's like an accordion folder. I don't know. I haven't opened this yet. I haven't opened any of these yet. They just came in the mail like a while ago. This came in the mail after that video was already released. So I didn't have an option to choose between them. And then I didn't realize this was coming in the mail. So this was a bonus, because being a media person that was covering Frosthaven, they sent us this as an extra. So we'll probably be doing some sort of content for this if we have time. We will, but I don't know when that's going to be out. So I haven't used this. Just thought I'd mention it. There's two options if you do get Frosthaven, which, fun fact, which I've already leaked in our Instagram, Frosthaven is one of the giveaways we're giving on one of the episodes, on one of the videos, but not this one, not yet. So, but if you do win it, there's options to buy some inserts, not from us, from the people who do inserts. So, Dutch Blitz, yet another game that I was inspired by Secret Cabal. They said they play this at their holiday family parties. And there's an expansion you can get to this that increases how many people can play. Oh. And it only plays like 5 people or something. 2 to 4 players. 2 to 4 players. But there's a 5 to 6 player expansion. And have you ever played this, Jess?
No.
It's supposed to be a really simple, like, card, you're just playing cards really fast. And I've heard people say that's a great game, but I've never played it. Like, this is something I bought at Walmart. So I'll try it. I'll try it one day. Oh, Mobius Vault. I can't even see this? It probably looks like a black square. Like in the little screen I can see off the side, it looks like a black square. It's the tiniest little game we have. It's like the size of Ultra Tiny Epic Galaxies, but it just sounds like there's cards in here. It's never been opened. We got sent this by somebody who was back in the day. You've watched our old videos where we took on too many things too soon, where we couldn't cover it all. This was one of the ones that just didn't get covered because we learned our lesson. We're much better at this now.
Well, this is a colorful game you can probably see on screen.
Mini Diver City. We actually did a review for this when the channel started. This is one of our early reviews.
Was it a review?
Yeah, we did a review for Mini Diver City, and I actually quite enjoyed Mini Diver City.
I think it's in our stocking stuffer.
And is it? It might be.
Small.
But I haven't played Mini Diver City, and the thing is, I don't think anybody else agrees with me that I liked it, because I saw this game on sale for $5, marked down from like $30. Like it was just like it was in the clearance bin, and but.
I remember playing it and enjoying it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it as well, but I wonder if our opinions would change because we did this so early in our board game coffee. Like now when we review something, we have so much to pull from. We have so much experience.
We also review things very differently. Like there's so many different.
But we didn't have experience as many other board games or as many other card games. So our.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. If you enjoy something, you enjoy
I
something
enjoy
regardless of. If you're pulling for, like, we still had fun, we laughed.
But I still like
enjoyed
I shocked you with lightning.
You enjoyed it regardless, but I think when you get to know more games, you start grading on a curve, right? Like,
yeah, that's fair.
Okay. Village Pillage. I backed it.
Never played it.
No idea. I'm assuming there's cards in it.
Goose.
It's actually Ghost. It looks like Goose because it's spelled like with 3 O's, but it's actually Ghost.
I love this game.
It's a Richard Garfield game.
It's so much fun.
Have you ever played Ghost?
I don't think so.
Ghost.
So much fun.
I remember you guys talking about it, but I've never played it.
Somebody once referred to it as Goosed, and we always call it Goosed. But there's no way this game was meant to be Goosed.
No, it's Ghost.
It's Ghost.
But we played that with the family, and like my parents and my grandma played.
Yeah.
And it was so much fun. Like we were laughing the whole time.
It's like it plays like Crazy Eights.
Yeah.
So it plays like the cards that do certain like you play it kind of like Crazy Eights, and there's cards that do things that it spin like the play goes this way, and then the play goes that way, and then it skips a player. But then the object of the game is to like empty your mansion because your mansion's full of ghosts, so you want to get rid of all the ghosts in your mansion. Your mansion is basically your deck of cards, and you're trying to just getting rid of all of them. And if somebody gets close to the bottom, everybody turns on that person. So they're like, Brittany's got it. Brittany's mansion's almost empty. Brittany's mansion's almost empty. So we're playing cards that are like, it gets to Brittany, boom, we reverse it, and then it gets to the other person, and they're able to like bounce over Brittany, so she doesn't get a chance to play cards. We're like, oh no, they've almost got it. So now don't let Brittany or don't let them. So then it becomes a game of like everybody's yelling. It's like, watch out! It's like you got to take like the better of two evils. It's like we don't want Mark to win, but he's not close to winning. They're close to winning. Give him the card. So it's everybody's negotiating, and somebody slips in there and wins. They're like, ah! But the whole like I don't know how that's how everybody plays, but that's how we play, and that's how it went down. Like it gets very.
We may all be very competitive,
but it's so. This was a Mensa Select, which we've mentioned before. Oh, it also got Best of the Year in 2013 of the toy something. I can't read it because I got a migraine coming and my vision's getting blurry. So it won a few awards. Mensa Select games we tend to like around here, and so much so that we're giving it a board game copy seal of approval. That's right, Ghost by Richard Garfield is such a fantastic game. As we've discussed, like if you have big families, because this plays how many players? Does it play 8? Where's the player count? Where's the player count? I was like, because we must have played at least 7, right? It plays 6. We played 6 because it's 2 to 6. So that would be me, you, your grandma, your parents, and Callum. Yeah, that adds up. 6 people. So fantastic, fun family game to have in there. Speaking of fun family games, how about Trivial Pursuit, an old classic that I was never ever good at. My sister and brother-in-law, when I was a kid, played Trivial Pursuit. They were like, want to play with us? And I was like, this is such a boring adult game. Like as a kid, it's such a boring adult game. I like putting the little plastic pieces in the pie, but I was like, how do you play this? And I remember
this game.
There was the odd pop culture question that I was able to answer as a kid. And they're like, wow, Mark's so smart. No, he's not. He just watches a lot of TV. And that's it. But This is, so I got Wizard of Oz Collector's Edition and Star Wars Trooper Pursuit, which is still sealed because as a true collector, you wouldn't open this. No, there's actually pewter pieces in this of the characters. Instead of just the pie, I don't know if you can make it out. Instead of just the pie, there's pewter pieces of like Vader and everybody, and you have the colors you stick around them. And for the Warner Brothers, it's not Wizard of Oz, it's Warner Brothers. And they've got plastic characters. So like there's a plastic little Tweety bird, the same thing. You place things around them. So I even as an adult now, I think I would suck really hard at this game. I walked in on some, because I work working in the video game industry, I walked in on some big Star Wars fans playing this game in particular. And some of the questions were ridiculous. Who was the grip who did this on in the filming of blah? And they just like, oh, it's Jimmy Schmitz. I'm like, what? Like, how do you know this? They would play, because they knew Star Wars so well, where you had to get the whole card. Because they knew so much trivia on Star Wars between the two of them. Yeah. They had to guess the whole, so they never played just one category. They had to do the whole card to get one pie piece.
I was thinking that depending on the version, I could maybe do okay, but if it's asking about like supporting cast, no idea.
No. If you ask the questions about like what happened in this movie, like who blew up the Death Star, like yeah, I can answer that. So it was Spock. Spock blew up the Death Star. Please enter your hate in the comments below. Brittany's like doesn't get it at all.
Wait, are you talking about Star Trek during Star Wars?
There you go. You got it. You got it. It took you a while. Brittany you looked a little confused.
Whoever would mix something up like that.
Don't give
like monster.
Monster.
Millennium Falcone.
You have no proof of that. It was never captured on video.
Brittany's like, I've got this thing of the Millennium Falcone from Star Trek. I was like, what?
That was supposed to be our secret, Mark.
So first of all, Millennium Falcone sounds like a character in Sopranos. Yeah. He's like an Italian mob boss.
Listen, that was supposed to be our secret. You just totally spilled the beans. Not okay.
Sniper Elite. I love this video game series. It's one of my favorite. I always get the season pass. I play from the beginning. I say always, but I only started Sniper Elite and Sniper Elite 3. And then 4, I got the season pass, played it all. 5, played it all. Unless there's more now. I'm waiting because the season pass is coming with new content. But I actually played season 5 all on my Steam Deck, which is apparently it's not a Steam Deck approved game, but it works absolutely fine on the Steam Deck. But when I hear talk about the video games, talk about the board game. Now the board game, you play as the sniper against other players who are the Nazis. So I'm trying to be out there, be sneaky. I play off the board, trying to snipe the Nazis, and the Nazis are trying to find the sniper. So it's a hidden movement game where you're actually hunting the Nazis, if I remember correctly. Because that's different than in most hidden movement games. You're just running while other people are trying to hunt you down. I'm so pumped to play this. The only reason we haven't played this yet is I was going to do an unboxing of this, and I shared a photo of this on Instagram, and I was like, I'm going to do an unboxing of this. And here's the thing. I'm going to tell you straight up, I don't follow the news. I don't know what's happening outside this house. Like, I'm always working, I'm always writing, I'm always doing something. Unless you guys tell me something's happening, I have no idea. So I posted this, and then there was that terrible shooting in the States. And I posted this, and then a friend of mine from the States was like, this might not be a good time to promote the sniping game when there was the shooting.
That was really nice of them to let us know.
And I was like, thanks.
We had not read the news that day.
So I brought it down, and I was like, I'm going to hold off on that unboxing. Because like I as much as I like sniping video games, I have no interest in shooting anything that is living. Like, I have no interest in that at all. I'm just a video game sniper. But as far as... So anyways, I understand that. I was like, people would be sensitive to that. Didn't do that on purpose. We already kind of like messed up once where, again, we were at a con and we got a USB key that was a big bullet.
Right.
That
weekend there
and
was
we put it in the thumbnail. I had the bullet in my mouth. He was like, hey, we did it kind of on the fly thumbnail in the hotel room, and that we were just showing the stuff we got. I was like, yeah, USB bullet. And somebody was like, it's unfortunate that your thumbnail has a bullet after the shooting. I was like, I didn't know.
Yeah, we were at a conference all day.
Like, I'm not trying to be insensitive or anything, but so we took it off. So that's why I never did the unboxing because of that. So because I held back and I just never got back to it. Deception, Murder in Hong Kong. And the expansion, we've played once with the expansion, so I can't say much to the expansion. But we did play this tons. And this plays up to 12 players. I don't think we've played with 12 players, but we've played with a
Definitely
lot.
played with like 8.
Yeah. Played with a lot. Yeah, you played with this. We played with you and Mark.
Yeah.
Played this
Entirely
with us.
possible.
Yep. I'm going to tell you right now, and I'll tell Mark if he was here, I suspected he cheated in one of them. Because he got the answer way too quick. Didn't even make sense.
I feel like sometimes he cheats without knowing he's cheating.
I think he won like round 2. It's like
Yeah, it was round 2 because I was giving out clues and everybody was like, no, that doesn't make any sense. And I was like, he's like, you know what? This and that. I was like, where did that come from? You're correct. Where did that come from? But anyways, so Deception, Murder in Hong Kong. We haven't played this in a few years, but when we were playing this, we were playing this a lot. So much so, we are giving it the Board Game Coffee seal of approval. Now, in Deception, it's got that thing where like everybody at the table is talking, but there's one player who is like the forensic scientist and they can't speak. And there's these cards with keywords on them, and I have like bullets that I'm placing on certain keywords. Now, I only have a limited collection of keywords I can use to try to guide people to the right killer and weapon. I believe it's killer and weapon, right? There's or no, it's not killer. It's the weapon and the person. The players are the killers. The players are the killers. Yeah. And in front of them, they'll have locations and a weapon or something like that. And I'm trying to guide the people to like I know who the killer is, and I'm trying to guide people to guess there. And everybody's you can take your guess. Once you guess once, you're wrong, you're out. Mm-hmm. And so nobody knows who the killer is, except for me, and I'm trying to guide everybody to it. And your brother,
he was really good.
Which, like,
I'm not shocked.
Hold on, don't jump to the end of the story. Don't jump to the end of the story. You always do that. Like, your brother did really good. It's like, yeah, that's why he's a blah. No, let me finish. So, your brother did very good. I put out like clues, like it was like we're down to the wire. We had to do it, and I was like, I can't get people to do this. And I put it on a bullet, and he started like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna think of this differently. It's a skull and there's dust, so maybe it's like it's an old museum, whatever. I can't remember, but he started pulling it all together, and I was like, where are you getting this from? Like, you're nailing it. But like, he's pulling from old clues that I gave before, and he's like, I think that was irrelevant. No, this was good. I believe it was this and that, and he talked through the whole step, and I was like, freaking genius. And I felt good because I gave the clues and he put them together. I was like, we're in sync, and he got it. He's so good at the detective game. Now Brittany can ruin the story, which makes sense because he is now
a cop.
He is now a police officer. So he wasn't then, he wasn't even in the academy at the time. No. So it makes sense that now he should go into detective work.
He should. As
long as this is how detective works in real life. As long as that works in real life, he'll do great. So yeah, Board Game Coffee seal of approval. And we're not there, technically, Dice Tower got there first. They already gave it a seal of excellence. But this game is so much fun. My other fun memory of this, before we get rid of this.
My mom played?
Your mom. I was teaching it was so cute. Brittany's parents how to play, and her mom is sitting there, and I was like, okay, this is how you play. Explained it. It was like, one of you guys is going to be the killer. I'm going to know who it is, but nobody else does. You're going to guess. You're going to play as you're innocent, and you're going to try to guess. Everybody takes.
She was the murderer.
Would you stop jumping to the end of the story? Every freaking time. Well,
I just swore.
So everybody, I'm not gonna bleep anything. They're gonna know what kind of monster you really are. But yeah, so everybody gets a chance. So I'm to explain to everybody that's how it works. And everybody kind of plays innocent. You're trying to throw the people off your trail, and but you know if you're the murderer. So I was like, okay. So we go down the table, and I was like, Deanne, would you like to take a guess? It's Brittany's mom. I don't want to. What? I was like, what do you mean you don't want to? I was like, that makes no sense. And I was like, no, you want to. She's like, what if I don't want to? I was like, but you're the murderer.
It was like round 2.
I was like, no, you have to guess. So everybody usually used the murderer. And then I can't remember if it was her or George that when they started guessing, they always guessed each other. I was like, no, I don't think you're playing it right. You're not trying to, like, because they're married. And they just kept picking on each other. I can't remember who it was. Either George was always picking on your mom or your mom was always picking on George. And it was like, what are you doing? And then they were like, we can't see the cards anyways, because then she didn't have your glasses on. I was like, what a mess. But it was funny.
It was so funny that we still remember it like 6 years
That was the first game. After that, they got it together. They figured it out.
Okay, for someone who doesn't play chess, I feel like we've pulled out so many chess sets.
First of all,
It's
I
ridiculous.
have a boozy chest. You know we drink.
Yeah.
So that was for
A
boozy
marble
chest.
chess.
That was recently. I
You
bought
have
that.
something else chess.
What-
With this chess.
First of all, no, I think that's it. So it was 3. There's no something else chest.
And then we just bought Xavier a chess
That's
set.
for Xavier. This is the
So
first
many
chess
chess
set. This is the first chess set I bought. This is the first chess I bought because the only chess set I could find, so I could play it. Oh, I saw this online somewhere. Somebody labeled this as vintage Lord of the Rings chess.
How old is it?
I don't know.
It looks weathered.
It could be 20 years.
It's weathered.
It could have 20 years on that actually, but Wakanda Forever. Bought this at Gen Con, and we bought this at the same time at Gen Con because they were at the end of the day they had buy one get one free because we didn't know which one we wanted. So we're like, oh, perfect. By the end, it's like, I'll take these 2, thank you very much. And didn't Daryl design this?
Yes, I think he was helping.
Daryl Andrews designed this, and he taught us how to play.
Well, that makes sense because it's like I don't think we mentioned him last episode, so it makes sense that he's in this episode.
So these games don't go together. These are 2 separate games that Brittany just gave me together. But I've never actually played Wakanda Forever. Daryl taught us how to play Sinister 6. I don't remember how to play Sinister 6. Was it like a? It's not. It's competitive.
There's like a whole bunch of different locations, and then you're trying to.
I remember the artwork was awesome.
It's competitive. You're trying to get your character, I think, at the location without getting caught or something.
I liked.
Is it like a team thing where there's like one bad person?
I don't remember.
There's a traitor.
That's
I'm
what I
pretty
was
sure
saying.
there's a traitor in your team.
Is there?
I think so.
I don't remember.
I never played it.
Yeah,
It was
I remember.
fun.
I remember playing this. I remember having a good time with playing it, but for some reason, it's like my brain was like wiped because we only played it like 2-3 times. But
Just right in the front.
and the art is awesome. But yeah, no idea. And Wakanda, I've never played.
I'm pretty sure I had this as a T-shirt. And speaking of Daryl,
Speaking
he's
of
also a
Daryl,
designer.
Daryl also designed this. So Titanic, we did a playthrough of this. It was me, Jess, and Britt. Me, Jess, and Britt did a playthrough
I liked
of
it a
this.
lot.
Yeah, Titanic was actually surprisingly good. Like, not because Daryl did it, because it was a Titanic based on the movie, and I was like, what kind of game is that? And the whole game takes place like it's basically you already hit the iceberg. It's already bad. Right? It's not going to be a good vacation. And the boat is flooding. So you're trying to get from the bowels of the ship up to the top as the things flood. And while it's flooding, you're trying to do things, right? I think you're trying to collect stuff. And you're trying to save passengers. Might be the stuff you're collecting. It might be people. And you're trying to get up the top. And there's like special abilities you get throughout that you can use. It's a surprisingly fun game figured on this license. I say surprisingly fun because I never thought a game based on the Titanic license would be any good. But Daryl did a good job. Thank you, Daryl. And I think there's actually a misprint on the board though. Because when Daryl was setting it up, he's like, there should be a thing here.
Oh, I don't
So
know.
there's actually a misprint. I don't know if it's been errated since, but there's like, it's on the board. It shows you what you have to place where when you start the game, but there's like 2 pieces missing. Bunny Kingdom. Richard Garfield, I believe. Yep, Richard Garfield designed Bunny Kingdom. This game has a lot of bunnies in it. Never played it, don't know anything about it, but Richard Garfield designed it, so I bought it. Korra. I just went to Gen Con and I want to take something from Gen Con home. This is when I went by myself. Origins. This is when I went to Origins by myself. And I wanted to just bring something home from Origins, and this looked really pretty. And I saw it on the table, and I was like, hey, that looks like I could play it, and the demo was taking too long, so I left. So I never actually got to play it. It seems simple enough. But that is all. I think Brittany's giving me the finger.
That's right. It wouldn't be unusual.
You trying to signal me something? Brittany, is something... Oh! Oh, it's a giveaway! You should have just turned on the alarm right away.
I was going to.
It looks
but
like
I
you're
didn't
just...
want to shock you.
Looks like you're just giving me the finger.
Well, I wanted to do that too.
It's an easy excuse.
Okay, so...
Right?
But here's the sad thing. When the lights go on and there's no board game in front of me, I'm assuming it's a game we don't have.
We don't have it.
Jess, I'm not a fan.
So we are giving away Winter Queen.
Winter Queen.
With expansion.
From Crowd Games.
That's right. 'Cause
So-
they've been incredibly generous and giving away a few games.
Yeah. We've already... On one of the videos, we have Deep State. We have Ganesha. Do we have another one? No. Nope. Stop talking. It's Ganesha, Deep State, and they gave away Art Box.
Oh, right.
So that's what they've given away so far on the other. And I say given away so far as in you could still enter those videos. We haven't pulled the winners for those. And now they're giving White Queen with the expansion. Now, Winter Queen with the White Winter Queen with the expansion. And now if you check out Winter Queen from Crowd Games, it's because I looked it up. I was like, I don't know what this game. I don't know which one this is because we have a few Crowd Games, and I would look at it. It's so pretty. Jess, you should look it up. It looks like
so pretty.
It's got big, colorful crystals. The art on the box is beautiful. It's like got this like snow queen, winter queen, and she's got like white hair and she's like the white furs, and the art is amazing. And you see it, and it's all their marketing. They did really good. It's got this very frosty, crispy look with all the cool colored crystals. So that's a giveaway that Crowd Games is giving us to give to you. So very exciting. I really want to play that. So I'm hoping somebody close by wins it, so we can try it out.
I can't remember. Do you like this series?
Brandon Sanderson's The Reckoners books are amazing. Love, love, love. Have you ever read the series, the books?
You keep recommending me, and it's on my to-read list. I have not gotten there
so
yet.
good.
Chris read it, and he
he just listened to the audiobook, just like I listened to the audiobook. And I say specifically the audiobook because the voice actor for the audiobook for The Reckoners, amazing. He fits the character perfectly. He's got a kind of this like young, scrappy voice to him, and it's so good. The Reckoners audiobook is amazing.
Chris used to call us on the way home after chapters to talk about it.
Yeah, and so I'm so when this came out on Kickstarter, I just had finished the series. I was like, is that based on the book? I was like, I'm getting this. And the game, awesome. Mm-hmm. It's such an awesome cooperative game where there's like all the epics, which are the bad guys. They're on the cities, and did you play this with us, right?
I have played it,
yeah. And they have the big chunky dice, and everybody's got their own set of dice, and then you're building up this dice pool, and you're just rolling dice, and you have cards that give you superpowers. The characters have different abilities. The epics all have different abilities that just make them so freaking hard to beat, and it's so good. It's balanced in the way that it comes down to the wire if you're going to win or not. The expansion we've only played once, and we actually played it wrong, so we made it too hard on ourselves. So I want to go back and play this again. The expansion seems really cool. It introduces a lot of characters from the other book, second book? Maybe 2 and 3? I don't remember. Well, definitely introduces, it's definitely based on the second book. But I'm pretty sure there was something from the third book in this. I can't remember exactly. Maybe I was wrong. But The Reckoners by Brandon Sanderson, amazing book, and equally amazing board game. Board Game Coffee, seal of approval. Now, not too long ago, I went on a rant about how Red Rising, one of my favorite books, made a board game that I think is absolute crap. I do not care for the board game. And I said I wrote a script for that review, which I never actually did. In that review, I'm pretty sure I say that if you want a book based on, if you want a board game based on a book that's good, check out The Reckoners. This is wicked. If you like the books, you'll love this. Even if you don't follow the books, you'll like this. It's a good game because Jessie reads the books and she likes the game. So The Reckoners is amazing. I'll tell you more on the expansion when I get to play it properly.
I really like the art.
Yeah, it's Ian O'Toole, man. Ian O'Toole he's the shit. He does great work, man. Him and Vital have been like knocking them out for Eagle Griffin. Eagle Griffin Games got like a winning combo with these two guys on their team. Like, they just nailed it. Like, we just gave away On Mars in the previous episode.
That's right.
Same team up. You know, Tool and Vital have started. They make amazing games. Now, Escape Plan is an interesting thing. It's basically, the story is we're all, like, con artists who are in the city, but it's like the backstory before the game starts, it's like, the cops have found us out, so we gotta leave the city because the cops are closing in. So now basically we're like, you're on your own, peace out. We're trying to screw each other over and trying to go to our like money pickup spots around the city and pick up money and get out of the city with as much as possible before the cops quarantine the whole city and block off all the exits. So it's like, how much can you get and get out with and to win, which is a cool concept. It's like all these crooks are just like, run, get your stuff and run, but we have stuff hidden all over the place. So we've only played this a handful of times, so I can't say, you know, can't give it a seal of approval or anything, but it was a solid play, and I'd like to play it again.
So, I haven't played it, but based on your description, I now want to.
It's a really good concept.
Speaking of another good game, this is not a game that I would pick off the shelf originally without playing and saying, I think I want to play this game today. But I love this game.
That cover is just like the artwork itself, like looking at it is a beautiful piece of artwork.
But doesn't say
But the theme of this, whatever looks here, I was like, what is this, like fishermen? Oh, it's like the perfect storm. Like, I have no interest in this. And then I got a copy of it because I've seen this before. And I was like, I have no interest in this game. And this is before I got really familiar with Eagle Griffin games. Mm-hmm. And this is Fleet the Dice game. I guess there's a Fleet regular game, but I've only ever played the dice game. And this is phenomenal. What a freaking good roll and write.
We've taken this
Board Game Coffee seal of approval. Board Game Coffee seal of approval, Brittany. Don't interrupt the poof. Don't interrupt the poof. But yeah,
we've taken this to the bar before and played.
Yeah,
drinks.
I don't think it has, because usually we bring. It's not in here just because it doesn't fit. We have a dice. Like a little dice.
Usually goes in my purse next to.
Oh yeah, the dice tray. So we bring a little dice tray so we can roll at the bar and we play it. We've played this a few times at the bar.
Yeah, we have.
For Chris's birthday, we spent one day where we just went early to the bar. We just drank all day and we played this. Just joined us, and then at some point they kicked us out because they're like, we can't serve you anymore. They cut us off. They're like, we can't serve you anymore. I was like, but it doesn't even make sense because Kayla or whatever showed up late, and we're like, but she just got here. I mean, you can't serve us. And I was like, we weren't hammered. We weren't like...
Maybe we weren't buying enough.
We weren't buying enough. We kept buying food and drinks the whole time we were there.
That's bizarre.
They should
they have a policy.
Mind you, we were there for hours. And the bar wasn't full. And we kept buying stuff. So... But anyways, we had a great time at the bar with Fleet. Fantastic game. Do not judge a box by its cover. This looks like a dull fishing game. But it is about... You know, the thing is, it is about fishing.
It is.
It is about...
So good.
It is about the wharf. The artwork is accurate. Mind you, it looks very like intense fishing. But the game when you play it is so fun. It's so good. I don't know how they
just something about like
I don't know how they made
a whole page.
I don't know how they made a roll and write about fishing. And just so you know more about the game, yeah. You have fishing boats. Each boat specializes in a certain type of fish. You roll dice. You take that type of crustacean or fish out. You fill in blocks for those boats. If you run out, you need to get more. You need to unlock more boats. You update your license, which is to give you special abilities. You can update all the buildings in the wharf, which are like stores, which give you special abilities. And everything kind of gives you some sort of points. You unlock stars that you can spend on different things to upgrade your... Because you have two sheets. One's like the wharf, like the docks, and the other one's like your boats. And you can... There's just so much to do. Yeah, you can always try a different strategy.
And you can switch up your strategy, which is nice. And then it's a little bit random because it depends on the dice, and it's good.
It's good, yeah. And it's basically you roll, and it's a dice drafting game. So one person rolls, and you get to just pick. So everybody picks one die, and then the dice that's left over at the end, the one die that's left over at the end, everybody gets to use. It's great.
This is a game that you described to me, and I was like, huh. Seems really simple. I don't know if I'm going to like it.
UA Rosenberg.
Love this game.
Now, this is another Eagle Griffin game.
Yeah.
And the Eagle Griffin game has been like knocking them out of the park. Now, we've come from like On Mars and like Escape Plan, which are like complicated, heavy Euros. Fleet, the dice game, simple, again from Eagle Griffin. This one, super simple. So simple that when I read the rule book, I was reading the rule book in bed and I looked at Brittany and I was like, I actually don't know what the game is here. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I was like, I'm just laying tiles down and I'm pointing to colors. Like, the rules are so easy and so simple. I was like, this is going to be fun. Like, what is this? Like, it's like if I explained tic-tac-toe to you and tic-tac-toe ended up being awesome when you played it. Because it's not tic-tac-toe. It doesn't play anything like tic-tac-toe. But I'm saying the simplicity of the rules, it was so simple that I couldn't...
You can learn it in 5
minutes. It went over my head. Like, I was like, I don't know how this is a game. And then I sat it down, went through the motions, and I was like... Board Game Coffee seal of approval. So freaking good.
So good. We played this game over and over again for a while.
Yeah. Did you play this, right?
I did. I'm trying to remember if Mark was there with us when we played too.
Even my little brother came over, who's not little at all. He's in his 20s.
And he's like 7 feet tall. Like he's not little in any sense.
He's not little at all. My little big brother. But this is great because it's for pretty much all ages. Like it says 8+ on the board. On the board game.
And the art's cute.
The art is super cute, but I think it's intellectually stimulating for all ages.
And this is a prototype, and pretty much the only difference between this and the actual copy is I think there's no insert in this one. And that's it. But yeah, it's so good. It's such
a good game.
You won't be disappointed.
I want to play it.
So easy. You can teach anybody how to play that.
Killer Bunnies. That was sent to us, wasn't it?
Yeah, Killer Bunnies was sent to us by a fan, and I opened it and I sat down. And the thing is, all the expansions are here, and like I don't know if all of them, but there's a lot of expansions in here. And a fan sent this to us, and they said, yeah, me and my wife really like this, and we wanted you to play it and experience it. And I was like, oh, that's so nice. So I sat down at a cafe, and I was going through the rules. And it just landed at a bad time because we were getting so busy and we were like, there's like new babies coming. It was lockdown. There was like a whole bunch of stuff happening. And I was reading the rules and I read the rules. I was like, okay, I could probably learn all the expansions at once because, I'm a gamer. There's too much. There's so much to this game. Like as far as like there's so many options and things. I was like, the rules seem a little complex. So I need to sit down and learn this properly. And I think I got to learn just the base without the expansions. So I haven't played this yet, but I fully intend to. Thank you very much for sending us killer bunnies. What can I say about Weather Machine? I can tell you that it's a giveaway, another giveaway from Eagle Griffin Games. Because on the last episode, we just gave out On Mars. And now, boom, Weather Machine. Now, this one, there's no expansions because it's brand new, so we're just giving you this. Because On Mars, it was On Mars and an expansion. But Weather Machine, we haven't opened yet, as it's still all sealed up. And again, another Vital Lacerda and Ian O'Toole, like, joint venture. And they're so good. And all their boxes, I can tell you, are really heavy. Like you can easily knock someone out with these. Like if this fell on somebody just wrong, it could do some damage. Like all their boxes are like just dense, filled with like Euro goodness. And look how many bits are in this. Can you make this up?
That's why it's so heavy.
Did you see this? That looks intense. So much stuff going on this board. So much color. I can't wait. I think Paul Grogan might have done I think he did the how to play for this.
Oh, okay.
So that means it'll be
good.
It'll be good.
It'll be really good.
I don't know if he might have worked on the rule book too, because Paul Grogan's done.
The rule book will be really good.
Yeah. So I don't know if he did. Any rule book that Paul Grogan does is amazing. He's so good. Yeah. He's so good at the rule books. I don't know if he's doing that anymore, if he's still doing that, or he's doing more of it. I don't know. But anyways, anything he has done in the past, amazing. Amazing. So, Eagle Griffin Games is sponsoring this giveaway, and they're giving us a copy of Weather Machine, which weighs a ton, which means they're very generous, I guess. Because shipping on this is not going to be cheap. No. But yeah, so they are giving away this, which looks awesome. I haven't played it. I did have a chance to play this with Vital Lacerda, because I was talking to Vital when we were doing the video for the On Mars expansion. Okay. And he was like, yeah, I'm doing Weather Machine if you want to come on and play. But we were so busy, I was like, oh, I can't now, but if I get time, I will. So I missed out on my chance for playing this with Vital Lacerda. I was like, oh. Anyways, so this is a giveaway. Do you have anything else, Britt? Nope. Okay, because I don't want to jump the gun like I did last time where I was like, it's over, and it's not. Okay. So, the other game we don't have. Right. We have two sponsors.
So it will appear on the screen somewhere.
Probably here, because there's nothing here. So, we'd like to thank both of our sponsors, Eagle Griffin Games, for supplying us with Weather Machine, and we also like to thank Crowd Games for giving us Winter Queen with the expansion. Now, 2 lucky winners are going to win these. Hopefully I lay this out okay so it looks... Or even if I could find box art to put here, who knows what's going to be here. Right here, there's nothing now. So, today's question... Well, first of all, don't forget, subscribe to Board Game Coffee on YouTube. Like this video. And the question today isn't actually a question. But since we're late with my birthday videos, I think we missed it by a day, but it's okay. I celebrate my birthday for an entire week. It's going to work out. In the comments, all I want is some birthday wishes. That's all I want. Yeah, is it a little needy to ask for them? Maybe, but I'm going to ask for them anyways. So, I would love to read some birthday wishes. Say whatever you want. Even just a simple happy birthday. Anything would be great. And let us know which country that you want these things sent to. Keep in mind, it's only open to US and Canada. And I say that because, again, as I mentioned in other videos, if you're not from those countries, but you want it sent to those countries because you want to send it to somebody else, it's Christmas, maybe I want to give it as a gift to somebody. That works out too. And that's it. So I'd like to thank our sponsors again. Eagle Griffin Games, Crowd Games, for supplying these games to give to you. Remember the question, birthday wishes. Let us know your country, subscribe, like, and that is all. We will see you for what episode are we on now?
This is 21 to 22.
We're going to 22! So close, because it's only 24 episodes. I'm excited, because I need to get these videos done so I can actually celebrate my birthday.
That's the goal.
Yeah, that's the goal. All right, see you guys in a few hours. Thanks for joining us. If you like this video and you want to see more, subscribe to our channel. It's the best way to keep up to date with everything we do here at Board Game Coffee. But if you want to see more right now, we got plenty of videos to choose from. And if that's not enough, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I'm Mark Maya, and this is Board Game Coffee. And remember, have fun, keep gaming, be social. See you next week.